What does this most recent assassination attempt on the life of Donald Trump mean? This second assassination attempt. Of course, there's a lot of online speculation and analysis about what it may mean. I'm curious what it means for him personally. And to find out what it means for him personally, I want to look into his source cards so that I can see what was going on for him personally at the time of the assassination attempt. These source cards were once known as the Book of Life. They come out of the Tree of Life and the Flower of Life. This is an ancient language of life to help us understand the reality of life on Earth. The first thing you need to know as we get started is that Donald Trump is born on June 14th, 1946. And because that's his birthday, it means he's born to play the 3 of diamonds as his birth card, and you can find that out right on the homepage of our website, thesourcecards.com. Just put in the birthday, find out the birth card. Each birth card has a life path. So whatever is your birth card, you have a whole life path of cards. And here, for example, is a page out of my book showing the life path of the 3 of diamonds. Notice that he has the 6 of hearts as his soul challenge card. This is really significant. We're going to come back to this in part 2 of this video series to look at what that means for him right now. Because what we're interested in, and what I'm interested in anyway, is finding out what's going on for him right now in his life. You see, we have a whole life path of cards, but we also have yearly cards and 52-day cards and a personal daily card. So we can look at what's going on in our life right now through our right now reading to see what's happening in my day and in this 52-day cycle and in my year. And that's what I want to do right now. But that 6 of hearts is meaningful, and we're going to come back to that in part 2 of this video series. But for now, let's go into his right now reading. And just so you know where I'm going, where I'm getting this from, you can navigate to the Right Now reading from the Growth tab of our website, click on the Right Now reading, purchase the Right Now reading, and then voila, you can find out what's in the cards for you right now. Boom, boom, pun intended. Let's say, for example, for the sake of argument, that you were born on June 14th, 1946, and you wanted to look up what's going on in my life right now. It just had something really kind of traumatic and important happen. What does it mean for me personally? Well, you go to your Right Now reading, put in that date of birth, June 14th, 1946, and get your reading. And here's what you would see. For the day that this happened, which is September 15th, the personal card of the day was the 10 of hearts. I'm going to skip ahead to the 4th window pane. Here you can see there by the number down at the bottom there, that purple dot. So I've skipped ahead to the 4th one. So I want to read to you from what it says about what happens with the 10 of hearts personal card on that day. As you cultivate your relationships today, be aware of overgiving and overextending yourself. Take care that you don't overpromise or overcommit. Don't act out of a sense of obligation as if you should do things for others. It will only deplete you. Yes, definitely. Seems to have what happened. Leave you feeling resentful and unappreciated. Yes. And perhaps even cause you to double-cross yourself. Double-crossing yourself means you work against yourself. So somehow he worked against himself on this day. We'll get into more of that. It's important today to respect your emotional limits and honor your personal boundaries. Oh my goodness. Absolutely honor your personal boundaries. And if you've read any of the reports, you know that the Secret Service had cautioned him that he doesn't have the same level of protection as a sitting president. So he doesn't have as much Secret Service protection such that he can just go play golf whenever he wants. And so apparently that was part of the discussion, that he was being cautioned, maybe actively even, that he needed to be aware of that. So he wanted to, let's say if he were my client, or let's say if he were looking up his personal card and he saw that the 10 of hearts was his personal card, he might have been a little more cautious, and he might have had more awareness to respect the personal boundaries and not overextend himself. To listen carefully to what you are really feeling before deciding what you do. So it would have been very important for him on this day to listen to his feelings and also any advice that he was getting from others. Now we're going to skip ahead again to 6th window pane explanation about the meaning of the day. Now here's what I want to get to. On the negative side, be aware of any jealousy or acting out antics, whether in your own reaction or theirs, and simply detach yourself from that sticky situation. Again, with the Ten of Hearts personal card for the day, you want to be aware of your boundaries and your limits, and anyone trying to transgress your boundaries, transgress your limits, anyone trying to come into your personal space, not respecting your personal space. Really important on a Ten of Hearts day to guard your personal boundaries and be aware of how other people are acting toward you to transgress your personal boundaries. So this is the day that Donald Trump had this assassination attempt, was on this Ten of Hearts personal day for him. And of course, hindsight is 20/20, but if he had known his personal card of the day, or if he had been my client, I would have cautioned him to perhaps be more careful about his boundaries that day. Perhaps take extra precautions that day. Be aware of how other people may want to act out against him that day. So this is all part of knowing your cards to play, and this is all part of the reason why this ancient, timeless language of life is so meaningful and so helpful to give us guidance on a daily basis. In part 2 of this video series, we're going to get into the meaning of that 6 of Hearts in his life path as a soul challenge card. We're going to look into his 52-day card that he's currently in. We're going to have an interesting surprise when we do that. Until we get into that, if you want to find out your personal card of the day and start following along to play your cards right every single day, you can subscribe to Your Right Now reading, find out what's in the cards for you every single day, get guidance for your life every single day.